Let's write down these numbers: A, B, C, D, E. Now let's imagine that, or we can assume that they are in ascending order, or they could be equal to one another, so I'm going to put less than or equals to in between. So the smallest total is 57, so that must come from A plus B. But because this is odd, then it can't be that A is equal to B, so it must be that A is not equal to B. Because if they were the same, we'd get a multiple of 2 necessarily. So I can basically change this to a less than. Similarly, if we look at the largest total that we've obtained, that must come from D plus E. This is also odd. So D cannot be equal to E. And then there's only one other total obtained, so it must be that these are all, B, C, and D are all equal to one another. Because if they weren't, we'd get more totals essentially. So B equals C equals D. So B plus C must equal 70, that other total, which actually just means that 2B is equal to 70, and therefore B is 35. And actually, they're all of these are 35. Okay, so well on our way now. In fact, because D is 35, we can work out the largest integer by just doing 83 minus 35, which is going to give 48. And that is our answer. Just continuing for a little bit, let's work out what A is. So that's going to be 57 minus 35 is going to be 22. Okay, so we see now actually how we also get, so we get the total of 70 by doing 35 plus 35, but you also get it by doing A plus E. Now, I want to show you how I did this question. I did it slightly differently, and I think it's flawed, but I still want to talk about it anyway, because it got me the answer, but it's almost sometimes worth talking about like methods not to do to kind of understand what can go wrong. So I decided, right, I'm just going to go with A, B, C, D, and E. I didn't worry about the order or anything, but I thought if they're all different, I'm going to get lots of different totals, basically. Like, I mean, some of them could be the same in theory, but I'm going to get definitely more than three. So let's say that two of them are the same. Then I'm doing A plus C and A plus D and A plus E, but then I'm doing D plus E and A plus B. Like, I don't think those are going to be the same as well. So I kind of went with, it's got to be that three of them are the same. But this is where the method's a bit flawed because I didn't know that for sure. It just worked out that way. So I said that A, B, and C are the same. And then I said, right, that must be the one that adds to 70, which is true. That's okay because they're the same. 2A is 70 and A is therefore 35. And after that, we can see that it's the 57. I can just do actually, I wrote some of these down algebraically. I said that, say, A plus D is going to be 57. And actually, that's going to give me D is 22. And then A plus E is going to be 83. And D is 48. But now I'm going through it, like I just want to say again, like I'm not, this first approach is much better, basically. It's the way to understand it and the way to tackle subsequent problems, dealing with the smallest and the largest and going from there. This one got me there, but it's a bit more ropey.